can imagine your friends have been very helpful through this, people you could lean on, and Tara as a
Yes.
victim's advocate.
Tara has been amazing as a victim's advocate and a friend. I have always been appreciative of my friends, but I never expected the outpouring of support and love that I've received from so many people, and a lot of people I don't even know. And I am so incredibly grateful for that. And moving forward, and as I've gone through this, I've tried my hardest to focus on that, on the goodness of the people who have helped myself and my surviving son. And they've done it in so many different ways. Financially, one of the piano moms set up for 6 months walks with 4 of the piano moms, 4 days a week. They got me out of bed, made me put on shoes and go for a walk. And that was the only time I got up. I would just sit there and stare at the wall, or I watched HGTV for hours because I didn't want to watch anything that had substance. I felt like a shell.
And at that point, you didn't have Ethan?
Not quite yet, no. I had another friend who came over every week for lunch. She brought lunch with her.
Oh, you were missing your boys.
Yeah. My coworkers, one of my former neighbors has been amazing. My mom was able to get my house together and sold within a month. And I couldn't afford it. I wasn't working. I was on maternity leave. I didn't have any extra money in the bank. I had spent all this money making a CD. It was in the process of trying to sell that, and so I had nothing.
Have you put your music career on hold now, or
Yeah.
since this happened?
It is. I haven't been able to write a single song since Brian died. And the only one that I've sung or performed is one that I wrote, that I sang to Brian the day before he died. That's the only one.
What's the name of that song?
I ended up naming it Brian's Song. I wrote it years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and was never able to finish it. And I had a large group of friends who put together a fundraiser for my surviving son. And I decided I really wanted to play it there so people would know. And as I finished writing the second verse that for 10 years eluded me, I finally came up with the lyrics. But my heart just isn't in it anymore. I was so tied to Khalik with the music, and there's so much emotion in it. I'm still teaching, but I haven't been able to bring myself to sing or to play or do any of that. I don't know when it'll come back. I hope it will.
Oh, you play so beautifully, and your voice is so beautiful.
Thank you. There are days that I miss it, but I've been able to come to terms with a lot of things for that part of my life. I just can't. It was such an important part. I've been writing music and playing since I was 7. I took my first lesson at Portland State in front of a master class. It's always been a big part of who I am. I wrote a song about 9/11 that connected me with a police and fire group. I wrote a song about the Virginia Tech shootings. You know, how those people must have felt. And think tragedies like that tend to have a profound effect on me anyway, but when it was my own tragedy, I can't. I can't do it. I may be able to someday, but right now I just can't.